37.5.
See, if I were building this without you, this is what would happen. I would lay the picture down, I'd cut 2 corners at 45 degrees, I'd weld them together.
Yeah.
And then I'd put the picture in there and I'd mark the other corner and I'd cut it at 45 degrees. And then I'd put another piece up there, cut it at 45 degrees, and I'd weld that corner. That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
And the frame would be as racked as the picture. Math is super hard. Oh, I can't go backwards, it's too short.
Good morning, guys. Dustin, Caleb, and Gary here, Iron Timbers, and we are creating a YouTube video today on a special build and with a special guest.
Is Duluth sponsoring it? It's their birthday. They got the birthday beaver on
Duluth
today.
is sponsoring this.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. What do you want to build today, Karen? This is lovely Karen.
Okay, what I want to build today is picture frames, the easiest thing in the world, because Caleb here told me what to buy. And we unwrapped it all today, and he showed me how it all works, and I want to start with something simple. And I have one picture at home that's framed in angle iron, so I would like to frame the other 2 pictures that hang on the wall with it in angle iron.
Okay.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay, cool.
And we're gonna have a little touch of wood in it too?
Yeah, put some wood in it.
Yeah. So we're thinking about maybe some maple we have in the other room that you might like, that would be a good contrast with the
Yeah,
metal.
that'd be pretty.
And especially with that blue painting you have over there, it's gonna be sweet.
You want to go look at some wood samples?
I do want to go look at some wood
Alright.
samples.
So we got some maple for some lighter.
So really, actually, this is a poplar that's kind of a yellow wood.
It's really whatever color tones you like, you know.
Where's the maple?
This is maple. It's a light wood too.
Okay,
When you put an oil on it, which we will, it'll be a little golden color.
okay. But the poplar gets a little golden when
Yeah,
you
it
oil
does
it
too.
too.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go with poplar.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, it's Indiana, it's an Indiana tree.
There you go.
You suggested it first. Green is your color, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, his eyes just pop when he wears green. We just keep him here because he's pretty.
Exactly. I'll just be standing over there if you guys need me.
All right, so what do we do first? Do we make the measure?
Yep.
I brought the
Measure
pictures
paintings.
because I don't trust my measurements. I always build my wooden frames on the picture.
Yeah.
Because I stink at measuring. I'm terrible.
Well, let's get the picture up there and get some measurements on it, and then add
Okay.
what we need for the wood.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do it, do it, do it.
The next step is going to be finding all the boards we need. We got to measure the depth of the painting, and we're going to need several strips out of this. They're probably going to be about 1.5 to 2 inch thick, so we'll probably get 3 strips out of this board. We're going to need a couple more boards because we are doing 2 paintings. One is 4x3, and the other one's smaller. I believe this one will be enough to cover the 4x3, but we're gonna need more for the smaller painting. So our wood's gonna be 3/4 on each side, and then we're gonna leave a gap, so a 1/16 gap. So whatever this is plus 1 9/16. Does that make sense?
Four sides,
Yes.
right?
4 sides.
There's 4 sides on a rectangle.
Yes, there are.
Okay, so 2 of the sides, you're only gonna have 2 lengths here, so it's pretty
Correct.
easy. So we have 36 inches,
Plus
and then plus their 3/4 and 3/4.
and 3/4. So
It's
that's
an inch and a half.
37 and a half and 8. There's
Yeah.
37 and
5/8.
5/8.
Yeah, so that's what we are going to make our inside dimension. 37 and a half.
See, if I were building this without you, this is what would happen. I would lay the picture down, I'd cut 2 corners at 45 degrees, I'd weld them together.
Yeah.
And then I'd put the picture in there and I'd mark the other corner and I'd cut it at 45 degrees. And then I'd put another piece up there, cut it at 45 degrees, and I'd weld that corner. That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
And the frame would be as racked as the picture. Math is hard. Math is really hard. Math
Yeah.
is super hard.
Now, this blade is designed to cut like thicker stuff that has more surface area than this. So you have to be really careful. You can't just let this fall down.
Okay.
So you have to kind of hold on to the the handle here and let this down slowly. So turn that on, open that valve a little bit. I'll put a clamp.
I was gonna say, I want another clamp down there.
Yeah, you're right, because it'll, if it grabs, it'll push it back.
Yeah, and that's keeping it from moving horizontally.
Yep.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we have the angle iron over there at the miter saw, the band saw, and we're just making our cuts first. After we get done making our cuts, we're gonna bring it over to the weld table and start fabricating.
So the first thing I do is I put the angle iron on the bandsaw in the correct orientation. Then I put some pieces in to support my clamp so I don't bend my angle iron, which I'm strong enough to do, don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah. So now I've got my clamp in place. You put a second clamp down here so that the pressure of the bandsaw doesn't wiggle the piece horizontally. Here, I'm making it look real smooth too, aren't I? Just trying to do it with one hand because I want it nice and tight up against the fence so we get a good cut. And I got plenty of material under the saw. Loosen the hydraulics, turn the motor on, and cut. Okay.
What we're doing right now is we're gonna put a bevel on each joint of the angle iron so that the fill metal of the welder can get down under the surface of the steel, if that makes sense, and hold that everything together.
When they see it, they'll understand it.
Yeah.
We were wondering if you would rather have, because it's kind of an industrial feel with the metal, if you would want butt joints on the wood or miter joints.
I would like miter joints, please.
You would like miter joints.
I would like. I know butt joints look more industrial, but the pictures themselves aren't really industrial. And we're gonna paint the metal, so I think it's gonna come out looking less industrial and more modern.
Okay.
Well, butt joints would be modern too. I just like miter joints.
Okay.
Quick cleaner, I think.
Seems like the right
You know
angle.
you gotta explain this.
Okay, miter.
Explains it all.
Okay, thank you. I have been to visit Iron Timbers many times, and Caleb has let me weld. And I got a wild hair, is what you call it, and decided I need to weld. So I texted Caleb and said, what machine should I get? And he told me exactly what to get, and it has been in the garage, getting dusty for months, waiting for today. Because today, we unwrap the machine, and we put everything together, and I know how the whole thing works, and now I'm going to use it. And apparently, I have a better machine than Caleb does, which I'm pretty proud of. He's gonna have to get a better one. He has a little envy. So the thing is you need to be really well insulated, and you need to have some grip. And I haven't actually welded with these yet, so I don't know how well they're gonna work. I may need to get some Duluth gloves, because these might be a little bulky. I might just wear these as my winter gloves.
Those will be nice. Those will work well.
Yeah.
They're not too bulky and
They feel pretty good.
yeah. How about that?
Perfect.
So,
These feel like they're brand new.
So we just finished thickness planing the board. Our rough board was roughly 1 1/16, 1 1/8 thick. So we're just running it through our thickness planer so that we can get it down to the 3/4 measurement that we want. For our miter corners, we're gonna use what's called a domino joiner to line these up so that we can reference the top side of our frame and set our depth to so that it lines up our tops basically. And what these are just some small domino, basically floating tenons. These are a little long for this joint, so I had to cut them down a little bit. So what we're gonna do next is get these lined up, make our mark, and then we'll put our domino joiner to work. have all of our dominoes and our miters. We're just doing a dry fit right now. Everything's looking good. So next, what we're gonna do is, because we're not waiting on glue to dry for a couple hours, we're going to use Star Bond, which is a CA glue plus an accelerator. And this stuff is great for filling voids. We use it on a lot of our tables where we got small, inconsistent spots, bug holes or whatever to fill them up. And this stuff works. You can actually just apply a dab to wherever, just for example right here on the side of this frame. Accelerator, and hit it once. And it's gonna be a chemical reaction to where this is gonna harden and you're gonna be able to, I can already run my finger over it and I can actually already sand it. It's hard now. So what we're gonna do is use this on our joints just so we don't gotta wait for a half hour, 45 minutes for our glue to dry. And dab it on this one side.
That looks like a coffee thermos. Oh, it's drill bits.
Yes.
And we just need little itty bitty holes, right? Fantastic. So just put my bit into that little divot that I made. So we're gonna wipe this down with acetone to get a nice clean surface. See what your brother and your dad have done and see if they're ready for this.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. You
I
can.
bet they're not.
Oh, they're not done. They're not as good as we are. You guys ready for us?
We've been done.
Oh man, yeah, right.
So,
I saw Dad just putting the finishing touch on there.
oh my goodness. You know what? Look at how it brings out the colors in the painting that I never saw before.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, you gotta kind of force it.
Well,
Or do you want it not now?
no, we're screwing it from behind. What are we screwing into?
Yeah.
Let's see how we did. Oh,
Okay.
you guys are really good at measuring.
Wow.
Oh, this is so exciting!
Yeah, I like it sticking.
You know what? Fantastic team.
We are.
We need to hang out more often. And you guys just keep holding the picture. Your highest and best used over there.
Well, we do need to screw it.
That is a nice, that is a beautiful painting.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. That's our project of building a wooden picture frame encased with a steel picture frame around an awesome picture.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much.
We want to thank Duluth for sponsoring this video, and we're going to give Karen the closing words.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. This was so fun. And look at this. You do beautiful work. And I can go home and weld now.
That's right.
go.
Exactly.